I want to talk about something that is almost never talked about on your corporate media channels, even though it's the #1 cause of human-made climate change. It's a top cause of illness and sickness and torture and environmental destruction in this country. But first, let's go through a brief history of the world, all right? Animal evolved into man. Man then realized he could eat animal. All right? Man caught and cooked animal. Man began housing animal before eating it so that he could have dinner just waiting around whenever he wanted it. That was fast food before cars existed. All right? Man then realized he liked the way animal tasted all kinds of ways. Lightly fried, sprinkled on top of salads and pasta, soups and chocolate, anything really. In order to keep up with demand, man began housing animal in smaller and smaller cages until man had millions of animals on top of each other for their entire lives in the most disgusting, immoral, puke-tastic manner. And then man called anyone who pointed out how awful this is a pussy! This was insulting to all animals and all women, and therefore only made man look like a goddamn idiot. And that was the point we realized evolution doesn't always go in a direct line. Sometimes kind of swivels around and you end up in what the fuck land. So, in the past, when I've talked about factory farming, I've said, let's ignore for a moment how awful it is for the animal and instead talk about how it's actually the #1 cause of man-made climate change. Over 190 billion gallons of water daily are used for animal agriculture. Yes, that's daily. It takes up 55% of our fresh water compared to only 5% used in households across America. Ocean dead zones, fishery depletion, species extinction, deforestation, world hunger, food safety, heart disease, obesity, diabetes. There's one issue at the heart of all these problems: our demand for and reliance on animal products. And it creates lagoons of shit filled with millions of tons of feces that in North Carolina the Congress made sure could legally spray it into the air, coating nearby townspeople. That's what I've said in the past. This time, I'm saying, let's not ignore how awful it is for the animals, because yes, cows are people too, all right? Let's start with hens, where most of our eggs come from. Nearly 280 million laying hens in the United States are confined in barren wire battery cages, so restrictive the birds can't even spread their wings. These hens have less than the surface of an iPad to live on their entire lives. I'm not going to show you the video because it's rated R and I don't want to scare the kids, all right? But next time you're looking for like a good horror movie, like something that'll really make you piss your pants, you know, just grab your popcorn, put your arm around your lover, and watch some undercover videos of factory farming, just for hours. So once video of this mass animal torture started getting out on YouTube, Americans had an odd reaction. They stopped wanting to eat the gross brown flesh coming out of little piggy Guantanamo Bays. Then factory farm corporations did the right thing. They tried to make filming factory farms a crime. Because that makes it all better, right? Kind of like murder is totes rad if you just don't take a selfie next to the body. Just like... Don't throw it up on Instagram, you're fine, you know? Because in the free market, if sales start declining for your product, make it illegal for people to learn the truth about your product. That's the free market, right? But it didn't work because videos were still leaking out. So now we're on to the next step. In some states, lobbyists for the poultry industry are pushing laws that would force stores to carry their products. This law is designed to force stores to sell eggs that their customers find morally repulsive. that would be, I mean, it'd be like a store owner going, yeah, I'm not selling the supersonic earthquake level vibrating triple dong at my adult toy store anymore because people were getting injured and breaking hips and it was just carnage everywhere. And then the state coming in and going, sorry, we had a talk with the earthquake triple dong lobbyists and they're very powerful, so we're gonna make it illegal for you not to sell it at your store. And by the way, our mainstream media won't mention the gruesome way our meat and eggs are produced, but they'll show ads endlessly telling you how awesome meat is. Or try our fluffy eggwich with bacon milk shake next to it. Or like, just all kinds of crap. There's just ads constantly, but those ads don't mention the World Health Organization says processed meats can cause cancer, high blood pressure, heart disease. Eating torture farmed meat doesn't even make logical sense to most people who do it. Like if you show someone a bird trapped in an oil spill, most people want to save it, all right? We want to help it. Want to break out the Dawn soap and shine that mallard's forehead until you can see your reflection in it, right? But for some reason, if that were a tanker ship full of barbecue sauce that tipped over, then we'd be fine with it. All right, delicious disaster, let's go. There's no logic to our behavior. We have laws against animal abuse, as long as it's one of the animals we've been socially programmed to protect. You know, we see someone smack a Labrador in public, we'll fucking dive in front of it like we're a Secret Service agent trying to stop a bullet. No! What did that dog ever do to you? But you replace that dog with a pig or a duck or a lamb, and we're like, grill it up, all right? What kind of sauce you got for that? It's true. There's no logic. If we didn't have aggressive social programming, this would seem crazy, bizarre, like Groundhog's Day or circumcision or whatever. You gotta have that weird stuff pounded into your head at an early age. Like to people who just got here, who just showed up in our culture, they don't buy this. It doesn't, let's see, who just got here? Toddlers just showed up to the world. Let's see what they think.
Why can't we eat them, Beans?
Because that hurts them. I think that they don't really like being cooked in the oven.
I don't want to argue with you.
Would you like if someone ate you?
No, I wouldn't.
Well, then why should I eat this poor harmless animal?
We didn't kill this animal. It's good for your body. Jesus created animals for us to eat. Alana.
Yeah.
Mommy is not.
Santa's lucky because he only eats cookies.
I mean, she's got a point. She's got a point. Not that Santa's got a great physique, but still. But the parents blame it on Jesus. I don't think Jesus said shit about the Baconator sandwich that I recall. The truth is, we will look back on corporate torture farming years from now as nearly as horrific as slavery or child brides or the sitcom Alf, you know? We'll be like, what in the actual fuck were we thinking? By the way, Alf was considered goddamn nuts because he was always trying to eat cats. You know, that was part of the thing, but what's the difference? Why is only eating cats weird? Granted, there was a time when we honestly needed to eat the meat that was around or we would die. During horrible blizzards in the 1600s, many a horse learned the hard way that we would eat whatever we had to. But these days are different. We have food, it's everywhere. We have year-round ripe mangoes. It doesn't even make sense, all right? It's there, but There's no need to keep 280 million hens and 68 million pigs in a fucking Saw movie their whole lives. Most people knew deep down that slavery was wrong when it was happening, but they were fed hundreds of different reasons to keep it going. They were told all kinds of crap science and crap history and distorted Bible verses. Now imagine if on top of that, in the 1800s, there had been television commercials constantly advertising how great slavery is and how it's normal and wonderful and delicious, and you can just sprinkle slavery on top of your chocolate, and it's so good. Would it have lasted an extra 30 or 50 years? Maybe. Our meat consumption will kill our planet, kill our future, possibly kill your family, and some might say it's probably not so good for your being, your energy, your life force to fill your body with the tortured corpses of other non-human sentient beings. I mean, I don't believe in any of that hippie shit still, but if it works for you, great, keep doing it. But look. You don't have to quit meat, all right? I know it's hard, I know it's hard. Just decrease the amount you eat a little each month until it's 0. Just do that. Or you can do what I do. I only eat meat that's hard to get. Endangered species, that's it. I just endangered platypus, pygmy hippos, and baby echidnas, all right? There he is. That's a baby echidna. That's my chef actually preparing him for dinner. This is a live feed. He's gonna be dinner tonight. They're gonna make a taco or something, I think. But I only eat free-range baby echidna, all right? I'm not a super villain. Coming to you from Washington, D.C., the Belly Debate is redacted tonight.